Hello, beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. We're going to start by pulling some symbols. This is your bonus reading for this month. If you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give it some love. Hit the like button and the subscribe. It's a free way to be here. You can also hit the bell so you never miss a video. We have a I think it's honest, good men here, or rich, right? His rich, good men here showing up. This can be your masculine energy. Maybe the chess moves that you're gonna make very soon is going to work out very well. This can also symbolize someone who will show up in your life really soon. He has here a chameleon and he's playing. Oh, this is a Komodo dragon, guys. I think that's what it is. And they're playing together. So he is a companion, but the companion is something that of like a chosen companion. So this person, if they are going to show up as a partner, they choose. They're not like under the obligation of social norms. Okay, this is a good thing. So this can be someone really has a free spirit. This part of the castle really intrigued me. I saw this in like not many places. That's why it's a very cute little princess's tower right there on the side. So this person might also have their like in their heart for a princess or a prince or someone that they want to really like I want to say nurture. The word capture came into my mind too, but because I don't think he has that kind of a mindset. And we have a rich girl, a rich woman. This can be in the mental plane or spiritual plane. There are two rich people coming together, or this can be like in a spiritual sense. You're merging these two energies and bringing something rich into life. We have a good gentleman. You're gonna be dealing with a lot of people here. This can be a Leo, okay, and this person has a Zeppelin right there. I feel like maybe some of you are going to travel, and she's holding a cat as well and a Buddha on the background. These are symbols of calmness and enjoying the moment. And the chess moves is actually approaching something with a strategy. It seems like here you might have like very good idea that can bring riches in your life, but you need to be really like strategic here. We have a legal person. These cards are amazing. I have a kind of like a dragon right there, and her hat has many roses. This means there's love involved in the situation. There's a monkey or maybe a baboon actually listening to the conversation, which they're really intelligent too, but he's also looking back and seeing who is listening him. Another thing we have here is a peacock, meaning that's Leo. Maybe you need to show your good feathers in order to get the attention of this legal situation. And there's also a nymph here, or maybe gnome, whispering into like the ear of the legal person or like a judge. Maybe like if you are going through a situation that is going to require an authority's order. This can be like a visa or working permit if you're planning to move somewhere with a Zeppelin, or if you are trying to get a permit for some kind. Maybe you need to talk to the nature spirits, okay? Because they're going to start whispering into the ears of these people. Get in touch with nature spirits, or prayer. You can do through prayer. I see a very bright cup here. This is beautiful. Already I see a bride on the bottom of the cup right there. The bride might be symbolizing a literal bride, maybe a wedding coming forward. You're going to get invited to it. It's not directly in your heart, but there is also a horse right next to her. I feel like this can be a wedding, a celebration of merging two different families. It can be a celebration, some kind that is going to have the effect of the wedding. You might be the one organizing that. It can be a source of money for you, or it can be overall something to celebrate. Maybe it's that you're actually saying goodbye to someone in your family. Not in the sense of like separating forever, but someone might be leaving home. I see there's branch leading up to you. Like this kind of looks like a magic wand, but it just split broken somewhere. There are phone lines forming here. So there's something, if you have anything broken right now or something that doesn't work, maybe you need to just reach out the phone lines and get the proper people to make it work, because you might actually going to use this magic wand. I can even see the light and the tip of it forming. This kind of reminds me of, looks like a dog too when I get closer. I don't know if you ever see a cotton plant. They like in the cotton field, they have this like very dried up when the time comes to collect them, very dried up like a branch, and then the cotton actually the part, that casing of the cotton actually starts to dry up as well. Then you collect it. And I see here, this can be something to really collect. But the problem with the cotton, I don't know if you know that I actually worked in the fashion field and also have written some like papers a lot, cotton and fabric and organic materials. Cotton is the hardest one to process, guys. Okay, and until the discovery of the cotton mill, I forgot the name of the person who discovered it. It wasn't a preferred material to use. Okay, so what happens here is you might have something valuable though. It is valuable, especially like a mercerized cotton products are really beautiful, soft, that they have this sheen. They say like something like 1,000 count, whatever it is. I don't know if there's such a thing, but I know like the highest one is like 200 counts are like really beautiful. So I feel like here something you have has a value, but it will require a lot of work. Okay, I don't know if you're willing to do the work. If this is the magic wand, if you can fix the wand, the system actually starts rolling by itself. And the magic wand can be like maybe you starting applying to something, making it work. And it's not really easy to fix the magic wands either. But when you put the effort in, it seems like it's going to start bringing some shine and light and clarity, okay? I know this sounds very ambiguous, but some of you basically get the message. And he has a cane, kind of looks like a crooked cane like that as well. But he's not leaning on it fully. So that's why I feel like if you want to lean on this thing fully, on this cane, on this magic wand, you really need to make sure that it is fixed. It can actually carry your weight, okay? This can be a tool that you're using, guys. This can be a project that you're working on, maybe a partnership you're forming. It is going to flourish and grow the cotton seed. And then if you have the structure, if you have the machine, and you're going to be able to separate that, like the seeds and the cotton, so you can process it. But the thing is, like I said, if your path is like the things in your path are removed, the obstacles are getting removed one by one, know that you're on the right pathway to get this thing going. This can even be a relationship, okay? And I told you that I see the bride here with a wedding dress, and she's also looking at this magic wand as well. This can be something that you're working on, which is going to become an admirable thing by others. I see a letter Y here, that you might start to work on it within the 3rd week of this month. Letter Y can be like a reason why. It can also be in the name of a person here. We have a little horny man right there. Horny meaning he has a horn on top of his head. Horn can be a small short horn, like going like a V here. V shape is I think it's Capricorn, the goat horn, okay? This person has a backpack and they have a walking stick too. They're walking towards you. So this can be someone that is coming towards you. It can be in their first name or the last name, the letter Y. I want to say Clay. I know it's not a very common name. Clay popped in my head as I think Cesius Clay. That was the Muhammad Ali's birth name, I think. It can be someone who's a fighter, very disciplined and stubborn, because Capricorn or the goat energy is a stubborn energy. They're coming towards you with a backpack. This can be someone who's always ready to go, and they might have like an adventure mindset as well, but they're coming towards you not really, maybe you're gonna go on an adventure with them, but you're going to, because there's like a reason why it has a crocodile's head next to it. Why? And it has like, it's about the bite. So you might have something solid in your hand, but you might not really have the backing, the support, the evidence for it to bite yet. It seems like when you come across this person, the conversation, maybe even this is experience, this can be this man and coming forward, will give you the information so you can get in front of the legal person here. Okay, another thing I see again is someone flying, like someone like a sitting down like a Buddha, and but he's floating. So maybe towards the end of the month you need to practice some of this calming your mind. The floating symbolizes that you're really getting lighter, meaning like the worries are going to start going away when you start clearing your mind. Okay, when that happens, you're floating means that the burdens, when you lift off the burdens, when you're in the air is thoughts and ideas and inspirations, you're going to start to really bring them in. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. There's a massive full moon here, guys. We have on the 15th a new moon. Your desire is coming gradually and like in a slow pace. It's not a super slow pace, but it's like in due time. Let's say it's coming forward. The full moon can symbolize some things that are hidden actually is going to start to get illuminated. It's probably towards the end of the month as well, because the 15th is a new moon, and there's a fish attached to it as well. Fish can mean two things here. Fish can be an opportunity or money coming in, but they're attached to you actually release or revealing something, coming to understand something. This kind of like on the bottom part of it reminded me of like basketball hoop. It can be something that like a slam dunk, but in order for slam dunk to go forward, first you're having some conversations here with two different people. One of them you're connecting with mind to mind. The other one, you can see the question mark here. They're going to leave you with a question mark. I see letter E, like, or M. It can mean the first name or the last name of this person. I feel like here the connection, one connection is going to lead to the second one. The second one, you're going to get a question, and you might be thinking the answer is going to get me the full moon and the fish here, but maybe the question, when you start keep asking the question, that is going to get you the full moon. Okay, because the answer will come forward, but before you know the right question, you wouldn't give the right answer either. Okay, let's dive into your tarot now. I don't know what that means. It sounds very ambiguous to me, but it probably means something for some of you. So I can give you the example of this. What happens is our mind's always responding to our questions. So when you keep asking, why is this happening to me? It is going to find more reasons for you to show you, oh, because my mother did this, my father did that, that person did that to me, they sabotaged me because the things didn't go right. You're always going to find a reason why it's not happening. But when you start asking, how can I make this happen? Is there a better way? Is there a different way? Can I go another path? Then your mind's going to start to answer those questions. And one of those questions is going to be pulled from the ether, from the divine, and that will be the answer. Okay, let's see what we have here. We're going to look into what are you doing? We have 6 of Cups here, and we're going to look into what you're doing, how it's going on with you, the situation at hand, and how it's going to play out. It seems like 6 of Cups can indicate that maybe you are feeling nostalgic about the past. Maybe you're missing someone, or you want the old times to come back, but now the energy is moving so fast. Maybe that's something frustrating for you. And this can also indicate, it says pleasure here. Maybe you are starting to revive, like maybe you have some dried up dreams and you're pouring some water, emotion on them. Okay, the thing is, the pleasure tells me here they can be revived maybe through a little bit indulging into the things you enjoy and waking up that inner child, so it can come up with the creative ideas. With the Chariot, yes, then it is going to the cup. You can see amazing, massive cup here, 2 horses galloping towards a new future. So it seems like here, when you indulge a little bit in the pleasure, you're going to be able to see The ways, the pathways are opening, the solutions are coming. This can also indicate the discipline. Your mind is going to be much more disciplined, prone to take action towards your desire. Okay, when you start to think that it becomes available, it is available to you. We have the Lovers here. Some of you might be manifesting a new love coming into your life. But this can also symbolize 6, because number 6, we have another 6 here, 676. So it seems like when you put your mind to it, Chariot also have that meaning here. When you put your mind to it, the heart's desire going to start aligning with you. Let's see why the situation, what's the going on with the situation at hand. We have 7 of Wands here. So it seems like you might want to start something, but there are some oppositions and on the way. People might not give you the courage, but it seems like you already have a lot of it, and you can cultivate it. You can work on the courage and draw the boundaries, even if you feel like maybe you should let some things slide. This time you're saying, you know what, the situation requires you to be really strict with this lines that you're drawing. We have here, this is the Page of Wands. Okay, she has an Aries, a ram in her shield, which is stubborn energy again, but also fire, taking action, going forward with your passion. And she's actually has a unicorn next to it. So what you are working on with the situation can be a unique situation that will require strong boundaries, and also it will require you to move forward with passion. The Princess of Wands tells me this can be something new that you're dealing with. It's maybe something you never experienced. That's why you might have hesitation. But also you might have this blind courage. But we're going to see if that's going to work. So it seems like that's not what you always do, though. Even though you have the blind courage, you also have a logical aspect to this situation. Okay, so it can also work out. We're gonna see how it's gonna work out. This can be your attitude of seeing things black and white and not really seeing the color that is inserted into the situation. So it's being flexible is important, but let's see how it's gonna play out. We had a Judgment Day. The situation can play out in a way that everything is tossed out, how do you say that? They toss out the cotton. I want to go into that example too. In order to soften the cotton, I don't know if you guys have that kind of a tradition. They beat it with a little stick, okay? A thin but strong stick. They beat it a long time. So the cotton actually starts to separate from each other. And then it becomes softer. So I feel like this is actually, you see the clouds are like the babies though, but they're cotton. They look like cotton. In order for a situation to work out, it cannot be that stiff. You cannot go with the yesterday's mind. You need to come up with new solutions, and you need to soften your heart, and you need to look at the things from the perspective of forgiveness. And also, if there is anyone that is actually being too strict, they're not going to be able to participate in the situation, the solution, okay? Maybe it's for you to realize that, recognize that, and not force people into working with you in this situation. And also being flexible is going to be the key. This is going to bring you, the situation is going to resolve in a peaceful way, maybe bring you a fulfilling offer that will be really emotionally satisfying for you. And then the Justice, death comes in after that. Justice follows. The situation is going to end up in a way, I feel for some of you, this is going to end a cycle in your life. This will require a new beginning, new perspective, and then the justice, the right thing, the right karmic solution is going to come. And if this is a legal thing, we have here a legal person, it seems like that's all going to work on your behalf, okay? If you're on the right side of the scale, the things are that what you put out is going to be what you get back. If you're waiting for a judgment to be served, it seems like it is going to be served on your behalf. But Death card is, because this is a Scorpio card, I feel like this is something you are aligned with. Like there's a system that doesn't work for you anymore. There's sun shining on the background and you're seeing the sun and you're ending something consciously and knowingly. The situation is going to evolve in a way that will bring something fulfilling to you. Let's get to the tarot. We have no, this is the oracle. Walking staff. I told you we had a lot of walking staff, and there's a rune here. I don't know the meaning of it, but it says it's shaped like a letter R. There are prayer beads. It says support and encouragement. I feel like this can be something you can accept when it's offered rather than fighting with the system or the people, because I've seen here like many rich men, rich women, good men, and like a judge, everybody coming as not a symbol but a person to you. So you're going to receive support and encouragement. I'm going to say might start with a spiritual plane that you receive it, and then even take it as this, okay? Even a person comes in front of you, like when you're walking the street and gives you a smile, that's a reminder that you're always supported, okay? We have the summer here, expansion and growth. We have a beautiful bee right there collecting this honey. So the pollens from the, basically, the flowers here. So when you get the encouragement, it's time to actually go out there, expand, grow, and start making the honey, okay? Instead of waiting for things to come. We have the winter and ending, recharging, reflection. So it seems like here you're simultaneously living the summer and the winter at the same time, which is kind of like the opposite seasons, which is the death and justice. They're not really opposite, but I feel like that's what it is here too. There's going to be an ending coming, but then there's expansion and growth coming at the same time for you. So being open to both and accepting both is good. We have chamomile, gentleness, relaxation, and sleep. So some of you might get stressed out. Who doesn't? If you face something this kind of like a polar opposite, you need to give yourself, your mind, your body some recovery time in order to adjust to it, okay? This can be like a sharp transition from one thing to another. It can be even from stress to peace. Your body cannot really adjust immediately, okay? Now, this is your final message. We're going to pull an incantation. We have Fearless Adventure spell sachet for you. Says, as a conduit of creativity, I fearlessly channel inspiration and artistry, embarking on adventurous journeys that express the boundless depths within me. Let's see what the incantation is, or maybe just what we have here. The ingredients you can use: a red ribbon, cinnamon, crystallized ginger. Well, I don't know what it is, but okay. 1 spearmint leaf, thyme, oregano. Write on the ribbon, I welcome new adventures and bountiful moments of fearless wanderlust into the unknown, and feel free to also write your name. Slowly place all the ingredients in a small sachet bag, visualizing wonders and new adventures as you do so. Tie off the sachet bag with ribbon and place it under your pillow or carry it with you. I mean, I don't know about the pillow because you might have like allergies to that, but also the ginger can be maybe a little dried up. The ginger, it can be something like that. Anyways, guys, this can be a door opener for you. We have birds here bringing you good news as well, okay? All right, now that's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.